Hey there everybody, and welcome back to Smite Sunday. I apologize for the last 2 weeks not going out. Things made a little bit complicated, and YouTube did not want to upload either of the files that I tried to get out, so after a day or so of it trying to go out, I kind of just canceled it and stopped trying to upload it, because it wouldn't have really been Smite Sunday on a Wednesday or Thursday. But this Smite Sunday will be coming out on Sunday. I'll make sure this goes up, as you are seeing right now. And as you see right now, that is Fenrir, a badass looking god, and oh man, am I excited to play this guy. I've already played him a little bit, and he's pretty freaking awesome. I mean, look at him. He's one of the coolest looking gods so far already. And his abilities are pretty awesome. He has a nice rune system that goes along with his normal attacks, and I'll explain more of it later. And also I'm going to be showcasing Naja, who was added, I believe it was 2 weeks ago, and I'll be showing you some of the footage I was going to have for the previous Smite Sunday. So I'll be talking in context that would have fit the previous weeks. So if it sounds kind of weird, that's going to be explained because it was previously recorded. Also, I'll be explaining some of the UI changes on the main opening menu, so you'll be able to see that, and I'll be explaining Naja's abilities through that. I'll explain Fenrir's abilities through the joust match with Ra, Ra also had a big overhaul in his default skin, so all his skins will look a little different now. He looks more akin to his actual historical god view, so he looks pretty good now, and all his skins, I'll show you all the skins, and that'll reflect how he looks, so let's get right on in and show you Naja and Fenrir. So the opening menu is changed just slightly with this part as to where you can now switch between these whenever you want. So you can see which one of these are. So obviously the first one will be the new god of Fenrir. The second one will be the new skin that they really want you to look at, Hebrew. And then the third is usually something that's interesting but not new, because Cacodemon's been around for a couple weeks now. Still an awesome skin, and you do have to get level 30 during the beta to get it, but worthwhile checking out. And then the fourth one is the Refer a Friend, which will probably be something that's kind of like on the back door of it. But what really changed was the guides. Is now you can go in and you can look at all of these and let's say clear all. So this will now work with when you go into a game and you go to play. So you'll go to any of these that you want, and when you play it, it'll have the option to click use for auto level and use for auto buy. So when you set up items, you can set up those. So I want boots first. This is the actual build I do with Fenrir because I like how it all works out. I want Fatalis, and then I want, where is it? Frostbound Hammer. After that, I believe it is, yes it is, Jotun's Wrath. And then after that it goes Rage and Deathbringer. So it all works out as to where he has some physical penetration, higher movement speed because of the Fatalis and the stacks you get from that. You're slowing your enemy, as well as having cooldown reduction, some physical penetration, and at max stacks, which on the Minotaur you will not gain stacks anymore. So if you're attacking the Minotaur, you can get up to, I believe it's either 85 or 95% crit chance. So you're pretty much gonna crit the god next time you attack them and hit them for a big amount. Yeah, it's definitely worth it, because while I won't say this is the best build ever, I really like this build and it does pretty good. You can automatically start getting these all if you click the auto buy. So you don't have to worry about going back to the shop and grabbing something, you can just automatically buy it. So it's very handy in that. And the actives have all changed now as to where they all have, as you can see, 3 different levels. So the starting one is at 250, and then the second one is at 600, and then the last level is at 1100. And you do need to buy each of those prices individually. So this will still be 600 even if you bought the first one. So it's pretty awesome with that, but it also adds some interesting benefits to this. Like at level 3 of Sprint, you will be immune to slows, and you'll no longer have the movement penalties while firing for 4 seconds. So that's really, really strong, especially for, I would say, a ranged character. Say, with Artemis, you're running out of them, and you're trying to get off that last hit. You pop your sprint, it not only catches you up with them, but you're going to be able to move unhindered while attacking for 4 seconds, so that's very strong. And then all of them have different things, like with Blink you'll also gain 40% increased movement speed for 1 second after blinking at rank 3. Short cooldown, so the cooldowns are all kind of changed too. At level 1 you'll have 90-second cooldown. Oh, no, that's a bad example. Okay, rank 1 of Blink, 180-second cooldown, rank 2, 90-second, and then rank 4, 45 seconds. So, awesome changes to the abilities, so pretty cool with that. I don't want Blink. But, yeah, let's save that. And then let's look at, where is he? Naja. There you are, little guy. So he's pretty cool with his abilities. I want to showcase his abilities before I show Fenrir's, even though I was on Fenrir first, because he was at it before. He gets priority. So his passive is Child of the Lotus. When Naja dies, his indomitable spirit is reborn from a lotus at his location, healing nearby enemies every second and increasing their protections. So when he dies, he'll tick for a certain amount based on his health, and it'll be pretty awesome because it'll heal everyone around you. In a big team fight, you could take a dive, heal everybody, and actually turn the tide just by dying. So then also his melee attacks will utilize a 4-swing chain with escalating damage and swing time, hitting all enemies in front of you on the final blow. So it'll be 1, 1, 1.5, 2 times damage and swing time. So it's pretty cool on that. Nice damage ramp up. Universe Ring Toss is his second. It'll bounce around, hit many different enemies, and put a stacking protections debuff on them. So at the top rank, you'll bounce 9 times. And say you're in a 2v2 fight against gods in the jungle, and there's no jungle mobs around, if you throw that and hit an enemy, it's going to bounce between them each and do a lot of damage. So it's really, really strong for not only farming in lane, but it's also very, very strong when you're 2v2 or 3v3, because it's going to be putting the protection debuff on all of them, but also bouncing on them and doing the damage each time doing more damage because of the protections debuff, so it's very strong. Flaming Spear is pretty simple, increases attack speed and crit chance for 6 seconds. And then Armillary Sash is kind of interesting. It throws out his sash, and it's almost the exact opposite of Arachne's web, where it will grab them, stun them, and bring them to you. This will grab them, stun them, and bring you to them. So it's kind of dangerous with that, because then you will not have a way to get out unless you blow your ultimate to get out, which your ultimate is Wind Fire Wheels, where he'll dash forward if he hits an enemy god. He knocks it skyward for 4 seconds, unleashing a combo, successfully timed clicks, and the combo result in critical strikes, and you'll smash down to earth, do AoE damage in a radius, and flip back to where you were. So it's an awesome, awesome looking attack. It's sort of like Mortal Kombat-y sort of ultimate, I would say, but it's really cool looking, and it's definitely worth, I mean, just for the looks, worth at least trying this guy out once. Let's now look at Fenrir's, and his are pretty awesome. As I said, he has runes, which is the Unbound rune, and he gains efficiency as he attacks. Each hit from a basic attack activates 1 rune up to a max of 5. Each of his abilities will gain an additional benefit and maximum runes, and any enemy god that dies near him will fully activate all of his runes. So say you're a 2v2, you go in and use your ultimate, use all your abilities, you kill one of them, but you were at 0 runes when you kill a god, you'll then have full runes and you'll be able to activate that second additional benefit on your next ability because that god died, so it's pretty awesome with that. Unchained is pretty simple. It leaps you forward, and at 4 runes it will also stun. So it's very awesome. The cooldown will also be halved if you hit an enemy god. So if at baseline, if you hit an enemy god, it will be a 7.5 second cooldown instead of 15. So if you're using it as an escape, you'll have it as a longer cooldown. But if you're using it as an opening or just plain to catch up, you'll have a much shorter cooldown and be able to use it more quickly. And also at full runes, obviously, that stun can be very helpful. Seething Howl is also pretty simple. You will rear back in Howl, you'll get a physical damage and lifesteal buff, and at full runes the buff is increased by 50%, so you'll get almost one half of what you would normally get. Exactly one half of what you normally get, and the duration will always be 6 seconds. Pretty awesome, and it makes it so that you don't really need to get lifesteal ever, because this will pretty much sustain you. Brutalize is his third ability, and it's very strong. It will pounce to the ground target location. It's a very short leap, so you have to be aware of that. It won't get you very far, but if there's an enemy in the radius, he strikes them 4 times, dealing additional damage with each strike, while being immune to knockups. At full runes, each strike deals 75% damage to nearby enemies, so it can be an AoE at full runes, but it'll also do your normal attack damage plus that extra damage, and it'll also apply unhit effects, such as if you have rage, it will be giving you the stacks of rage each time you hit them, because it does technically count as a normal attack, so it's very cool with that. And then Ragnarok is awesome as to where you grow massive in size, becoming immune to CC and move faster, and your normal attack will now be to bite, and if you bite an enemy god, you'll deal physical damage and carry them for 2 seconds. Biting a CC immune target deals the damage but ends his ultimate, and at full runes his protection's double, so you can, if you have full runes and you initiate a fight, you can grab them, pull them under the tower, toss them off, and then start unloading on them, and they'll usually die. So very awesome with that. And now I'll switch on into the gameplay parts of them, so let's go and look at that. And so also, before we get into the matches, this is what Ra now looks like. He has this brand new look to him, so all his skins will reflect this. This is him with the silver Rado, all silver with the Iron Man like chest. Solar Sentinel looks pretty badass. I haven't even looked at these skins on his new default skin, so this is kind of new for me too. Solar Eclipse, that also looks pretty nice. Actually, this skin looks 10,000 times better on him like this than it did on the other one, so that's awesome to see. And then the Alienware one, which was from a previous promotion, I was sadly not able to get the skin. Really wish I did. And this looks pretty cool too, so overall, great new skin change, but let's get right on into the matches with Naja and Fenrir. Also, as I'm loading into this match, I want to show something different with the match openings now. You can see the team behind you, so as you can see, I'm going to be playing Fenrir to show you that. And then there's Hel, Bacchus, and also Neith and Apollo will load in a moment probably. But it kind of shows you your team. If you've never recognized the gods before, you've never seen them in-game, you can see the skin that they're going to use, and you can see what they're going to look like, so you'll know what to look like, what to look for in match. So let's get on into this. Also, as I'm loading into this match, I want to show something different with the match openings now. You can see the team behind you, so as you can see, I'm going to be playing Fenrir to show you that. And then there's Hel, Bacchus, and also Neith and Apollo will load in a moment probably. But it kind of shows you your team. If you've never recognized the gods before, you've never seen them in-game, you can see the skin that they're going to use, and you can see what they're going to look like, so you'll know what to look like, what to look for in match. So let's get on into this. So as you can see here, it's a very, very close match. They need 2 kills to win to push them past that 6, and we need 3 exactly. Agni, out of position. I grab him with my ultimate, toss him out. Bacchus comes over to help. I use Brutalize, and we're able to take him out. So, good kill there. 2 more needed. Now, Freya is already very low. Hel takes her out, and then Apollo finishes off Poseidon with a couple of quick auto shots, and there we go. Very nice. Grab the victory out from underneath their feet. Now we move on to a Naja match, where it's also very close at the end. Thor goes up into his ultimate. I know he's going to land near Ra, because Ra's kind of squishy in this match, but we're able to just barely take out this win. Loki was able to take out Ra. I tried to use my ultimate on Loki, instead hit Thor, didn't really matter. XB is able to take out our enemy Hebo, and then we're able to just destroy the Hades, who thought it was a good idea to ultimate when you only need 1 more kill to win, and there's 3 people on him, so he got destroyed. So that's all for this week's Smite Sunday. I do hope you enjoyed. I think Fenrir and Naja are both pretty awesome gods and really nice additions, because they both kind of bring something unique. I mean, we really don't have something like Fenrir's ultimate or Naja's ultimate right now, so it's kind of cool to see those implemented into the game. And I definitely going to try and get used to playing Fenrir more so than Arachne or Kali, because, I mean, Fenrir just looks 10 times more amazing, and his abilities are pretty cool, but you can get in some situations where it's very bad for you to be in. But, oh well, such is the nature of the game, knowing where you're supposed to be, doing what you're supposed to do, and not dying. So, that is all for this Smite Sunday. If you enjoyed, please thumbs up the video, subscribe to the channel to be able to see every week's Smite Sunday, and may the gods forever be in your favor.